I think every CMA student can relate to this incident. Whenever you go to any kind of gathering, then I think there will be one person who would come up to you and ask you, what are you doing these days? And then you have to reply that I'm doing either CMA Inter or I'm doing CMA Final. And immediately the next question that comes to you is, what is CMA? We have never heard of any such course, right? So I think 95% of the students reply that this is a course very similar to chartered accountancy, या फिर ये एक CA जैसा ही course है, right? So in this video we will understand why CA is more famous, more popular than CMA, and not much people are aware of a course which is called CMA. Whatever points we will discuss in this video is purely logical, based on my own opinion, and it is not meant to hurt the sentiments of any fraternity, neither CA fraternity nor CMA fraternity, right? So without any further delay, let's start with the video. Before understanding the difference between CA and CMA, first let's understand what is the common challenge or the common problem that every CA, CMA or even CS students face. That is to find free content on YouTube. So here I am suggesting you a YouTube channel where you can find free, amended and ad-free content to boost your exam preparation. The channel is Study at Home. So here you can find classes on direct taxation, indirect taxation, financial accounting and cost accounting. If you're doing BBA, BCom or even MCom, then also you can boost your preparation by referring to this YouTube channel. Now you might be thinking, who is the faculty who teaches here? So CA Raj K. Agarwal sir, who teaches DT, IDT excellently, he is the faculty and he is a All India rank holder in all the levels of Chartered Accountancy exam. The lectures are primarily meant for the students of CA, CMA and CS, both inter and final level, and also for the students who are undergoing their articleship. Now let me tell you something from my own experience, that Raj K. Agarwal sir teaches so interestingly that he not only prepares you for the exam but also gives a very practical market exposure to you. And as I already told you, their channel is not monetized, so you can find ad-free learning over there. One more thing, those students of CA, CMA and CS who are preparing for their November or December 23 examination, so let me tell you something, that the entire playlist, amended playlist for the relevant assessment year for DT and IDT, that is your income tax and GST, both have been uploaded on their YouTube channel. You can go to my description box and check the link out there. For those appearing in May or June 24 examination under the new syllabus, let me tell you that the new playlist has also been created in their YouTube channel and the videos are being uploaded continuously. And yes, they are 100% fresh and new recordings. So you can find them over there also. Now coming to the CA Foundation segment, where the classes for mathematics and statistics along with logical reasoning has also been uploaded and the playlist has been created. So it can be watched by both old and new syllabus students because the syllabus is very much similar. Now let me tell you something, that even if you have the required qualification, then also nothing can be done if you do not have the required skill set, right? So there you go, you can also find the playlist for skill development courses on the YouTube channel of Study at Home. You can find all the links below in my description box, so don't forget to check them out. Now coming to the main topic of discussion of this video. So here I'll provide you with 6 points, 6 logical points through which we can know why CA is more popular than CMA, right? So the first point is date of incorporation. I think not many of my viewers are aware of the fact that in the year 1944, Institute of Cost and Works Accountants of India was incorporated as a company under the Companies Act 1913, right? 1913. So after that, in the year 1949, just remember the time scale. In the year 1949, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India was incorporated as a statutory body. And 10 years after that, in the year 1959, again Institute of Cost and Works Accountants of India was incorporated as a statutory body, right? So here what happens, जो मेन स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी ICWAI का बना था, वो 10 years आफ्टर द इनकॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ ICAI बना था, राइट? सो ये एक बहुत बड़ा रीज़न है. वाई? बिकॉज 1961 में इनकम टैक्स एक्ट आया था, right? So when income tax act came in India, so at that time many chartered accountants were there in our country, because chartered accountants institute को incorporate हुए 12 years हो चुका था, right? But ICMAI या फिर ICWI को हुए सिर्फ 2 साल ही हुआ था. So इंडिया में many chartered accountants were there, but not many cost and works accountants were there. So at that time, in the definition of accountants, in the Income Tax Act, only chartered accountants का ही नाम को include किया गया था, right? So that is one reason. So what happened? The authority to conduct tax audit came to the chartered accountants only. So वो एक बहुत बड़ा reason है. Why it is a big reason, that also we will understand. Now let's understand the primary work of cost accountants, that is to conduct cost audit and to maintain the cost records, right? So 1965 में क्या हुआ? 1965 में जो उस टाइम का कंपनीज एक्ट था 1956 वाला, उसमें कॉस्ट एक नया अमेंडमेंट आया था एंड उसमें कॉस्ट ऑडिट वाज मेड मैंडेटरी फॉर द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम. And उस time पे I guess only 44 industries were there who were covered under the criteria of conducting cost audit, right? So ये एक बहुत बड़ा reason है. Now the second point talks about the tax audit limit. Before understanding this, let's understand the primary job of a CA and a primary job of a CMA. The primary job of a chartered accountant is conducting tax audit and statutory audit, right? And for any CMA, it is to conduct cost audit and to maintain the cost records. So the demand for cost audit started increasing in the year 2014 when there was a new rule introduced in the Companies Act 2013, where you have to maintain the cost records in those companies whose turnover in the previous year was exceeding 35 crores, which was equal to or more than 35 crores. And for those companies, cost audit became mandatory, whose turnover in the previous year was 25 or 50 crores for the regulated sector and 35 and 100 crores for the non-regulated sector. Let's not go into the details. And what is the threshold for tax audit? So the threshold is there are so many regulations, but अगर हम एक generally बोले, if the turnover of your business is more than or equal to 1 crore rupees, then those persons have to conduct the tax audit, right? Here another catch is that cost audit has to be done for those entities which are only companies. सिर्फ कंपनीज को ही कॉस्ट ऑडिट कराने की ज़रूरत है, बिकॉज दिस इज़ अ नीड ऑफ द कंपनीज एक्ट, राइट? बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू टैक्स ऑडिट कैन बी डन बाय एनी एंटिटी, individual, any professional, LLPs, any firms like partnership firms, any AOP, BOI, any company, right? So all kinds of entities are covered under the list of tax audit, but cost audit has to be done by only the companies, right? So this is again another reason. CA वालों को, जिन लोगों का काम करना है, that is the huge market, right? But the CMAs have a very less options because it is it is limited to only companies. So obviously when the demand of tax audit is more, so we need more and more of practicing chartered accountants to conduct this tax audit, right? So for that reason only, if you go to the market, then you will find so many practicing chartered accountants, but not many practicing cost accountants, right? This is another reason. So we can say that the number of chartered accountants in our country is much more than the number of cost and management accountants, right? And one more point cannot be ignored, that CA has a more public dealing job. जनरल पब्लिक जो होते हैं वो अपने हर काम के लिए चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट के पास ही जाते हैं. वाई? बिकॉज उनका जो काम होता है दैट कैन बी डन बाय अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू अ CMA और अ कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट, सो कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट्स प्राइमरी जॉब इज़ टू कंडक्ट कॉस्ट ऑडिट ऑफ अ कंपनी. मैं प्रैक्टिसिंग CMA की बात कर रही हूँ. सो कॉस्ट ऑडिट एक कंपनी की ही की जाती है. सो the CMA, the practicing CMA doesn't have to deal with the general public, right? The practicing CMA has to deal with only the company and the officials of that particular company, the management of that particular company. So general public के साथ जो dealing होता है वो CA का ही होता है. So not much people know that CMAs भी exist करते हैं, है ना. Now coming to the fifth point, which is the branding and promotion of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. We cannot ignore the fact that जिस तरह का branding है उनका and जिस तरह का वो लोग promote करते हैं अपने course को, that is phenomenal, that is excellent, right? We can say that ICMAI is lacking in this, but yes, of course, we as students can create a brand of CMAs. So that is another point. Coming to the last point, which is ICWAI, ICAI, ICMAI. ये तीनों नाम जो है ना, ये तीनों नाम मार्केट में अवेलेबल है फॉर CMAs. So what happened? ICMAI was initially incorporated as ICWAI, which is Institute of Cost and Works Accountants of India, right? Then in the year 2012, it got changed to ICAI, which is Institute of Cost Accountants of India. And now we can say that ट्विटर पे आपको मिलेगा कि नाम को लेके बहुत ज़्यादा वो चल रहा है कि इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ कॉस्ट एंड मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटेंट्स ऑफ इंडिया को ICAI से ICMAI चेंज हो गया है, राइट. दिस इज़ अनदर रीज़न बिकॉज वेन एवर समबडी आस्क मी what are you doing and I say CMA, then they say, oh, is it the same as ICWAI? So this confusion is somehow decreasing the brand value of our course, right? ये जो तीन नाम घूम रहे हैं मार्केट में, so it is creating confusion. So it is high time we should take charge and we should let our course to be known by everybody, right? So that was it for today's video, and again I would like to give you a very short disclaimer that this video is not meant to hurt the sentiments of any fraternity, be it CA fraternity, be it CMA fraternity, be it CS fraternity, right? And yes, this video इसको हम लोग एक awareness की तरह ही लेंगे तो बहुत अच्छा होगा. If you really find the points very logical and interesting, then do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel The Witty Turtle, and share this video as much as possible with your friends and family, CA, CMA, CS students, any of your teachers and everybody you know. So yeah, don't forget to hit the bell icon so that tomorrow you'll be notified when I'll upload a new video.